All right, this training is for those moments when you feel like you need to nurture your leads, whether that's on social media or through your email marketing. And this is going to be important when you get to that point where you're like, oh man, I'm starting to see progress. I'm growing an audience. People are engaged. People are leaving comments. I'm noticing that the same people are watching multiple videos, multiple pieces of content. People have opted into my list and I'm emailing them, but nobody is buying, right? And so the thing about nurturing your leads is you have to understand where they are and what they need. And this is going to depend on your marketing strategy and really who you're talking to. Now, once you have that figured out, it's always important to audit yourself and really ask yourself, is this going to be the best market to convert into sales? Because views are great. And if you're getting views, ride the momentum. But also you have to be really honest with yourself if you're running a business and ask yourself, is this going to convert to a sale at all? And in order to explain like the two different areas you might be attracting with your business, I want to bring up a slide that I showed you in the frustration hits video. So if you watch that video, you're going to recognize the emotional cycles of change. Basically, this is the journey everybody has to go through when they go from starting something to becoming successful with it. And the way I use this to teach nurturing is remember where your audience is at and what they need next. So let me give you an example, and I'm going to use a different niche. Let's say you teach manifestation, right? Like that's your thing. You teach self-improvement through manifestation. Okay, you can generally target two different types of people for this, and you can target people who have problems, right? Like, oh, my life isn't good. I wish it could be better, but they know nothing about manifestation, right? Those are going to be people who are at the very beginning. And you could just explain all the benefits of manifestation. And they're going to be like, oh, this is something that's really cool. So if you are attracting those people who are at the very beginning, they're going to have uninformed optimism. Like, I've never heard of manifestation, but this seems great. If it can improve my life through a little bit of work, I'm willing to do it. So one of the mistakes that I see marketers make when they're targeting those beginners who are just completely unaware of your potential solution is they kind of go with the strategy that they've probably heard, whether it's like, okay, cool, now I need to nurture by teaching and educating and all that stuff, which can work. Of course, you can bring people along and get them really confident in their ability to get the results. But what's going to happen there sometimes is if you're going after these beginners who know nothing about manifestation, they're at uninformed optimism. And if you start teaching them strategies and techniques and telling them all the things that they need to do to make this work, you might accidentally, inadvertently bring them into the informed pessimism stage. And they're like, oh my gosh, I got to write down stuff every day, right? And at that point, they're gonna have a tendency to be like, nope, I'm out. This is too hard because people like easy. So if you're attracting those beginners, it doesn't have to be manifestation, but if you're attracting the beginners, then resist the temptation to teach them, right? Just get them really excited about doing the thing. Keep them in the uninformed optimism stage. Talk about all the benefits. Talk about all the results you got when you did it. Share some case studies of people who started manifesting their destiny with you. I don't know if that's right. And show how happy they are, right? Keep them in the uninformed optimism stage, because eventually they're going to be so optimistic about this being the solution to their problem that they're going to just want to jump right in with both feet. And resist the temptation to bring them into an informed pessimism stage, because that pessimism is the antithesis of sales, right? Now, let's say your business is a little bit different. You're attracting a little bit different target market. You like establishing your authority and sharing value on social media. So really what you're going to do is you're going to end up attracting people who are a little bit closer to this valley of despair. What I mean by that is they've probably thought about manifestation. Maybe they've read some books and then they're just like, it'll never work for me. I tried it for a week and I didn't see any results. It was too hard. I didn't do it. I couldn't stick with it, right? That's the valley of despair cycle of learning how to manifest results or whatever. So what you need to do in this case to nurture them is get them to the next stage, which is informed optimism. Because once again, if we're making sales, we want people to feel optimistic about their ability to get results. So in this case, if that's your target market, then you're definitely going to want to educate them. And you can give them worksheets that make it simple for them You can give them techniques that make it easier to do this every single day. You can actually guide them through a quick manifestation process, right? So they're like, oh, it only takes 5 minutes a day. I can totally do that. You can show them how to do this maybe without writing things down, because that could be a sticking point or an objection. And just keep building people's confidence by giving them the skills, because once someone gets to the point where they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm kind of doing this, I think I can go all in with it, or I believe I can do this now, right? That's when they're going to buy your thing. Because when people believe you, they'll follow you, they'll watch your content, they might open your emails, they might read your stuff or sign up for your webinars. But when they believe in themselves, that's when they're going to buy. So if you like this type of training and it's helpful to you, and you really think like these types of trainings and reframing of marketing are going to be the difference between you seeing continued struggle and actually getting to the point where you're successful, there's a button somewhere around this video where you can learn how you can work with me one-on-one in the short term and long term as well. I'd love to help you out.